Hi everyone, so I've got all my blades out, got my sabres out, and I'm going to run through as many blade / LED comparisons as I can get through. Okay, first up we're going to settle the RGB debate. We've got an RGB mixed blue on the right, and then we've got royal blue, kind of dedicated blue on the left. So let's fire up
V2.
Okay, so that is full green, full royal blue, as in your RGB mixed blue. Looks real nice. And then this is blue, royal blue.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Okay, there we go. Let's lift these up and have a look. So, both really nice and blue. You can see this one on the left is richer. You can see that kind of washed out royal blue kind of glow you get, whereas this one doesn't have that. It's a paler blue compared to this, but it is still nice. Slightly more washed out, I'd say, not as rich, but just as bright. So that's the RGB mix of blue versus a royal blue for like a mid dedicated blue. Both running Vader's Vault dual diffused blades. Okay, next up we're going to go royal blue mix, royal blue mix, so the same colour, but we're going to go through an enhanced blue day blade from Vader's Vault versus a dual diffused blade from Vader's Vault. So first up, let's do the enhanced blue. Looks nice. And let's just do the dual diffused. There we go, nice as well. So, what are we looking at here? That's enhanced blue day blade versus dual diffused day blade. They look very similar on camera. And you know what? They look very similar in person as well. I'd say the enhanced blue makes the blade more even to the tip, but overall slightly duller. Whereas this one looks brighter at the base, but it does taper off more towards the end. Which I think you can see on the camera. You can see it on the left hand blade, the standard blade. At the very tip there, it's not brilliant white like it is on the right hand side. But I think at the base, this one is brighter than this one. Enhanced blue day blade, dual diffused blade. Both Vader's Vault. Okay, this next one's not really a fair test, but I'll do it anyway. We're going to go royal blue dedicated blue mix through a photon blade, and we're going to go a standard single red green LED from an RGB setup, so just the green dye through a standard Vader's Vault blade. So let's go with the standard green, single green first. There we go. Oh, it looks great on camera. Doesn't look so good in person though, kind of a bit dull. Okay. And let's fire this one up.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Wow. I think you can clearly see the difference. So there is the photon blade versus the standard blade with a single green dye. I've not actually ever had a green Sun Crusher or a double green LED. I've never had one, so I can't actually tell you how much brighter than a single it is. A lot of people say there's hardly any difference, and I hope that's not the case, because to be honest with you, that's not very impressive. Just a single green compared to that, I mean, that's ridiculous. That's quite a true emerald green. This one's a little bit acid yellowy, like the photon blades are, but I actually prefer that. I think it looks more kind of sci-fi. So photon wins that, but we all knew it would anyway. Okay, now here's a big test. We're going to go royal blue, dedicated blue, through a photon blade versus NeoPixel green. This is a Vader's Vault NeoPixel setup with a Vader's Vault NeoPixel blade. So yeah, this one will be interesting. I actually already know the answer. Okay, so there's that lovely photon blade we all love. Super bright. Okay, so let's place that down. And here's the blimey. I'm just going to power down again. So you all thought this one was bright, and then this happens. I mean, they both look great on camera, obviously, because they're both blowing the camera out. But maybe you can see by if I try and hold that the same distance above the table. You see how much brighter that's making the whole room. I'd say it's between 10 and 20% brighter. Something like that. Okay, this time we're doing another NeoPixel versus Standard Cree. We're doing a royal blue through the Vader's Vault Dual Diffuse blade, and we're going to go blue on the NeoPixel. So here's the royal blue. Lovely, really nice. And then we're going to go blue on the NeoPixel. Wow. Standard royal blue, NeoPixel blue. Now, interestingly, to the eye on this one, I'd say there's less of a difference on the blue. The NeoPixel blue isn't quite as bright as the other colours. It doesn't seem quite as bright as the green or the red even. But it is completely even and rich all the way up the blade, compared to this one, which you can easily see taper off towards the end, to the eye anyway. It is still brighter, but just not by quite as much. Royal blue, NeoPixel blue. You can see the glow on the table is much stronger from the NeoPixel. That lights the table up. Okay, now we're going to go single red dye through a dual diffused blade versus red on the NeoPixel. Again, I don't have a dual red LED like a Suncrusher red, just a single. But that does look nice. That looks really good to the eye. It looks full. Somehow red seems to just fill the blade up more. Looks less washed out at the end, maybe because it's a richer colour or something. But I've always thought that red, even a single red, looks really nice. And now for NeoPixel red. Yeah, wow, it's so much stronger. NeoPixel red. You can see on the camera it's not quite as brilliant white at the end of the blade. That's because the colour's washing out towards the tip. Whereas on this, no fear, that is just red all the way to the very end compared to that, which isn't. NeoPixel, single red. Maybe a Suncrusher red would bring it closer. I don't know. But it definitely won't be as even as the NeoPixel. That is just lovely right to the tip. While I'm here, I've just got to show you the flash on clash from the NeoPixel as well. It's insane. Versus this. It's still quite good, but that's bonkers. Anyway, that's not what we're doing. Okay, just had this one requested on a post I made on Facebook. So, I mean, I've never done this one before, but we're going to do standard green LED through a photon blade. So that's a green LED through a photon, not really how it was designed. And then a single blue LED through a photon. The reason I'm doing a single blue versus a double blue is because I don't have a double green to do through a photon. So we'll go single green, single blue, and then that should be the same as if it was double green versus double blue, in theory. Okay, so here goes the single green.
V2.
There we are. Looks nice. Looks okay. And here's the blue through the photon. Yeah, that's much brighter. Can you see on camera? Yeah, I think you can. I know they're both burnt out to white, but you can see that this one is giving off more of a strong glow than this one. To the eye, yeah, it's more even and it's brighter, much brighter. I'd say this one does look a little bit better than if you were just doing single green through a normal blade, perhaps. So maybe the photon has given it something, but not as much as using a blue through the photon. In fact, let's just do a little quick test. Put that one down there, because here I have got a standard blade. So if you all, I can't do a side by side, I've only got one green LED saber. So if you all remember what that looks like. Yeah, the photon does make it brighter. Yeah, it does, and more even. So green through a photon is better than green through a standard blade, but nowhere near as good as blue through a photon. Okay, now finally, a bit of a strange one this. We're going to go single red LED through the dual diffuse blade, and we're going to go single red LED through the photon blade. And the reason I'm doing this is because the red always seems to look fantastic through a photon blade when I'm cycling through trying to find the mix to activate the photon blade, and there's a red in there somewhere. It always seems to pop out, and I think, well, that shouldn't work. Why would red look better through a photon blade? It's yellow. So I've never actually done a side-by-side test, so I thought, let's do it. Here's the red through the standard blade, as you'd expect. And here's the red through the photon blade. Okay. Yeah, it's brighter. It is brighter. Not by as much as like the NeoPixel is brighter, but it is somehow reacting in some way to make that blade brighter than that blade. Both these sabers have got the same battery in and have got a full charge and are running the same soundboard, Crystal Shard 3. They're running Crystal Shard 3 with the same battery that comes standard with Vader's Vault. Both have had a full charge. Both are running a red LED. Both of these blades are Vader's Vault blades, but the photon red is slightly brighter than the standard diffused red. Now, I have no idea why. Maybe some of that photon technology is exciting the red wavelengths as well, or whatever it is, but you can see it. You can see that this one here is a bit brighter than this one here. So there you go, thanks for watching. Hopefully that's been of help to some people in deciding which blades to pick up and which LED choice to go for when they configure their sabers. Thanks for watching.